Well, hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Keikami and today we are going to be continuing the post-Stormblood expansion in Final Fantasy XIV. If you're enjoying this series or this video, please don't forget to give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel for more of my videos, playthroughs, and streams. So, last time, what did we do last time? Goodness, we did a lot. We did a lot of searching for Alphino. That's kind of what we did. And we kind of did what I like to call the Nadam Part 2. We were able to secure some allied forces to help aid Doma in case the Garleans ever return. We think they're going to try to sneak attack again. And then we also there's an alliance meeting happening here, and Lord Hien and Lise, they are all going to join the Eorzean Alliance, and so there's going to be this big, huge celebration / meeting thing, summit essentially, going on, and yeah, I think that's kind of where we're at. Yep, we got to speak to Thancred in the Alamegan Quarter. So this is the summit. So I'm curious to know what all is going to happen. So we are going to go ahead and get started. We're mostly going to stick to the story today. And yeah. We'll see where this takes us, right? Kind of excited. Let me change some of this stuff. All right. We are in the Alamegan Quarter. Oh, let's not type in chat. And we're doing it again. Escape. There we go. My goodness. I do have chat hidden for you guys, but, you know, still. And give me one moment. I'm going to adjust this mic here. 1 second. All right. I think we are good. So, yeah, ergonomics, right? It's a thing. All right. Where are we headed? Let's take a look. We're going to the Alamegan Quarter, and it looks like it's going to be up. Oh, yeah, it's up in this one little section that there's never any, I wish there was an Aether right there, right? Oh, they said they were making some changes around here, too. We saw what they were doing over in the, on the Doman side. They got quite a restoration and a little city thing going on for them, which is kind of cool. But I'm curious to see what changes are going to happen here once we get done. Or if there's any inside. Not as much as I thought. I thought there would be more. It looks very much the same. Never mind. I was excited there for a minute. Y'shtola? Let us hope that the coming meeting passes more peacefully than the last such gathering in Alamigo, right? Tell me about it. Alize, I know you're worried about your brother. It occurs to me this will be the first time I met the leaders of the Eorzean Alliance in an official capacity. More stiff greetings, pleasantries, formalities. Does that sound about right? I don't know. My opinion is they're pretty chill, right? It's not that bad. Y'shtola has told me all, and I duly told Urianger and Kryl. Kryl in particular was concerned about Alphino, but I assured her that everything that can be done is being done. She agreed and continued with her own task for the time being on the condition that I contact her the moment there is any new developments. So, that leaves 4 of us to attend the council. Arnvald is here to assist with security. Incidentally, though, the poor lad seems altogether too distracted for the task. Another one missing Alphino, I expect. Yeah, I bet. Ah, but it's almost time. As soon as you're ready, present yourself to the guardsman at the palace entrance. I shan't be far behind. Are we ready? We ready to see what's going to happen? Let's do it. Resistance Guard. Ah, the Scions of the 7th Dawn. Welcome to Alamigo. The Alliance leaders have already arrived. May I show you to the meeting chamber? Yes, please. Oh, several cutscenes. Here we go. And yes. Let's do it.
Mistress Lys, Commander Aldin, it gives me great pleasure to formally welcome the city-state of Alamigo to the Eorzean Alliance.
The pleasure is ours, Your Grace. I know I speak for all Alamegans when I say that we are glad of this chance to stand with our comrades of the Alliance.
Yay!
And we, for our part, are glad indeed to be able to welcome friends both old and new.
Lord Hien of Doma, at your service. Pray, accept my heartfelt thanks for your generous invitation.
Nay, 'tis we who must thank you for journeying so far. And 'twould be remiss of me not to acknowledge the part the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have played in bringing all of us together.
Right? Yay!
In times of great unrest, you and yours have been our constant companions, without whom we would not be here.
With apologies to Lord Hien and Mistress Alize, it occurs to me that we have not gathered in this way since that fateful day in Uldar.
The day I lost my arm and my freedom. As I lay in my cell, never did I dream that I would one day be given the chance to represent my homeland at this council.
It's so awesome.
I would not even be alive had you not plucked me from the jaws of death. You, Yugiri, and Alphino. Would that the lad could be with us.
I too owe my presence here to Alphino, in so many ways. Until such time as he returns, I mean to carry on his good work as best I can.
Come, friends, let us leave the past in the past and turn our eyes to the future. My Lord Hien, pray, tell us how things stand in the East.
Yay!
Having heard the rumors of dissent in Garlemald, I dared to dream of a peaceable solution.
The Empire will not so easily change its ways. If the Garleans have a mind to take back Doma and Alamigo, we'll be hard-pressed to stop them, even with the might of 6 nations. But while we lack the strength to fight the tide, a course may yet present itself, if we read the winds aright.
The winds suggest but one course to me. One which leads from the sea unto the river and thence to the source of all our woes.
The Scions.
Indeed. All here have felt their blighted touch. It was the bringers of chaos who nurtured the Archbishop's tyrannical ambitions. They who bestowed upon him the secrets of summoning, as they have so many others before and since. And while they remain, we shall know no peace.
True.
Our objective is clear. The question is how to achieve it. That our enemy parades about in Xenos' skin poses problems in itself, but ere we get to them, how are we to infiltrate the Empire and get close enough to strike?
While I see the wisdom in targeting the Scions, an assassination attempt on Garlean soil would do little to aid our cause, even were it to succeed. It's time we used our enemy's preferred tactic, subterfuge.
Okay.
You have an idea? Speak your mind, Master Thancred. None here know the enemy better than the Scions, and you mayhap best of all. Whatever it is you propose, we will give it fair hearing. On that you have my word.
Very well, Admiral. My proposal is thus. We dispatch the shinobi to Imperial territory. There, they sow the rumor that the Crown Prince perished in the battle for Alamigo, and that the man parading around is in fact a corpse inhabited by a servant of darkness.
Interesting idea.
Well, it does have the ring of truth about it. And were the Garleans to learn that their future ruler is a puppet, the Empire would be shaken to the core.
But at the risk of sounding stupid, would they actually believe such an unlikely story? I didn't.
Exactly.
Ordinarily not. But prior to his miraculous recovery, rumors of Xenos' death had already begun to circulate around the Empire. Ultimately, however, what the masses believe is not our chief concern. Our true objective is to create an opening for rival factions within Garlemald to exploit.
Just as a war of succession erupted in the wake of Emperor Solus's death.
It's a thought.
A war which raged until but recently, plunging the Imperial House into disarray as nephew and uncle grappled for the throne. It is no coincidence that one of Varus's first acts as Emperor was to name Xenos heir apparent, family feuds being so tiresome when armies are involved. Not all welcomed his choice of successor, however. There is no shortage of individuals who aspire to the throne, who would jump at any chance to seize power. The news that Xenos is not only dead, but a puppet to diabolical forces would be too enticing to ignore.
The Empire would not be quick to recover from a second war of succession.
I am no stranger to infiltrating Imperial territory. With a team of operatives gathered from among the Alliance's finest, the plan should have a reasonable chance of success.
Doma already has shinobi in place throughout the provinces. We stand ready to act, and act we must. What say you all?
I'm for Master Thancred's proposal. We shine a light upon the Ascian and test the Empire's unity.
Okay. I didn't think
'Twas
they'd go
his
for
plot that scuttled Doma's negotiations, was it not? Why then, if we can eliminate him, there may yet be a chance for peace. Let us wage this war of subterfuge, that we may one day lay down our arms. Gods know we never will while the Ascians remain.
Ooh. Ow. That's not our normal echo.
That way. Sorrow.
What is this? Yeah.
History must be changed.
Who is this?
Ahead looms a calamity. Ahead looms light, expunging all form and life. Twin dooms only you can forestall. Only you.
What's the matter?
There's a voice!
Right?
Spies in our midst.
Nay, I sense no such presence.
Let expanse contract. Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
What is this?
Is it over?
Right? Uh-oh.
Master Thancred!
"12 for Fend.
What?
Bear him to a private chamber. Have every healer make ready. Swiftly!
Master Thancred remains in slumber. Though his vital signs appear stable, he's unresponsive.
Okay.
What could have done this? And why just him and not the others?
I'm afraid we could not identify the cause, my lady. Our examinations revealed no wounds, nor the presence of any poisonous substances.
Gods, that only makes it worse. You're to let us know the moment there's any change, all right?
Thank you for coming. Knowing Thancred, he would apologize for being otherwise engaged at so crucial a juncture.
In gifting us a course of action, Thancred sowed the seed of all that is to follow. We have but to nurture it as best we can. To him, I would say, rest easy, that he may wake to enjoy the fruits of our labors. Now, the matter of the mysterious voice must not be forgotten. Will you tell me exactly what happened?
You don't want to know.
Alize and I heard a voice in the moments before Thancred collapsed. It was accompanied by a severe headache, as if something were clutching at our minds. Did you experience the same thing?
Yeah, we did. No idea what it was,
So, in between the voice and the pain, you felt as if you were somewhere else entirely.
Much like the echo.
Your testimony confirms my suspicion. That which you experienced was, I believe, your soul being plucked from your flesh. Called.
Okay.
Called.
I myself examined Thancred. Reach out as I may, I could not sense in him the spark of life that is his soul.
Is that because of the Aether River that he swam on?
That Thancred alone was stricken so is likely due to his heightened sensitivity to the effects of ether. A consequence of his prior possession by the Ascian Lahabrea. The owner of the voice, whoever it may be, reached out to you, called your souls, and in so doing, caused you and yours such pain.
But if that's true, where exactly are we being called to?
I know not. Yet one thing is plain. Whoever waits for you on the other side is possessed of a power unlike any I have ever known.
Okay.
Forgive us, Lys, but may we leave Thancred in your care for a time?
As if you had to ask. I may not be a scion anymore, but I'm no less a friend. Don't worry. I'll see to it that Thancred's well looked after. Just focus on solving this mystery, all right?
Will do.
Thank you, Lys. As the Elder Seedseer says, 'tis no ordinary individual we are dealing with. Nor can we discount the possibility of Ascian involvement.
Whoever or whatever is behind this, the sooner we find out, the better.
All right. Well, there's that. Oh my goodness, you guys. Oh my goodness. What in the world is all of this? All right, let's talk to Alize. Let's see what we got. Well, actually, let's see. What's Kani-sana say? Never have I encountered such a phenomenon. If this is magic, it is beyond my ken. If the Scions are indeed responsible, we must take steps to protect ourselves, though I know not how. Don't worry about Thancred. I'll send word as soon as there's any change. Alize? I just tried to call Urianger on his link pearl. He didn't respond, but I dare to hope that he possesses some knowledge we do not. Ah, Urianger! Something happened before the meeting. Thancred's collapse. A disembodied voice suddenly started... What? But that's... We should talk about this in person. All right, we'll meet you there. Ooh, that was Urianger. He heard the voice too. Looks like all the Scions heard this. In Thanaland? As we alone were afflicted in the meeting, I had my suspicions. But if the voice also spoke to Urianger, there can be little doubt the Scions were targeted specifically. Agreed. By whom and to what end is the question, one to which we must find an answer with all possible haste. All right, endure. We got it. Telephone call. We have learned the emote endure. Nope. Does she have anything else? Yep, everyone wants to know how Urianger's experience compares. Lisa's probably going to say the same thing. Alize is eager to rendezvous with Urianger. I agree. Prelude and Violet. Urianger agreed to meet us at the Rising Stones. If any of the others heard the voice, we'll find out soon enough. Good luck. Good luck. I should get back to the meeting with the Elder Seedseer, but if there's anything I can do, anything at all, you must let me know, all right? Promise me. Right, let's be on our way. Okay? And off we go. Oh, maybe not.
Urianger! God, it's good to see you.
Would that our meeting were under happier circumstances. I judged the voice sufficient cause for concern even before you sent word of its effect on our comrade.
You heard it too, then?
Mm-hmm.
Aye. And all but certainly at the selfsame instant. Alas, pained as I was, I could make little sense of what few words did then reach mine ears.
Who do you think is responsible? Could this be the Scions doing?
No?
That I cannot say. Not when so little is known. Ere I indulge in speculation, I would examine Thancred with mine own eyes.
Okay.
To Alamigo, then, without further delay.
One other thing. During my visit to the Far East, I observed a strange phenomenon.
Oh?
Thou referrest, I presume, to the localized reduction in etheric density.
Well, that spares me the trouble of an explanation. Yes, I noted precisely that at two apparently unconnected locations. I take it the phenomenon is not limited to the Far East.
Indeed not. Of late, our agents charged with surveilling the beast tribes have spoken of little else. In every corner of the realm, they tell of places in which the ether hath grown thin. Naturally, my suspicions first turned to primal activity, but the areas thus affected betray no evidence of summoning. I must confess to being quite perplexed.
If the same phenomenon is being observed in multiple locations on opposite sides of the world, we may safely discount regional factors. Needless to say, this warrants further investigation.
Indeed. I shall make it my task to...
Go. Another one?
The voice. It calleth to me once more.
Okay. Oh. We're having another one?
I hear it too.
And here we go.
Only you. Only you.
No! Ishtola! Urianger!
Throw wide the gates.
The gates of what?
No, this can't be happening!
You would not do well with the echo, girl.
Y'shtola! Urianger! Open your eyes! Open your eyes, I beg you! Say something! Anything! Not again. Please, not again.
Aww. Well, this isn't good. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Throw open the gates. Is that the gates for the Aether? Or is this something else? What gates? What gates do you think? This is an unprecedented predicament for the Scions, but we must remain strong. The least of us, most of all. Okay. I don't know if I read that right. Forgive me. That was an unseemly display. It happened before your very eyes, my lady. None here would have behaved any differently. We have borne the two of them to a private chamber, but tell me, is it true that Master Thancred languishes like in a like state in Alamigo? It's true. I'm afraid so. Though, given the circumstances, it would seem best to observe them together. I will send word to Lys that he should be brought here. Take heart, my lady. The world is full of scholars and knowledgeable folk of every persuasion. Someone out there is bound to know what ails our comrades and how it might be cured. Thus, we will rouse them no matter what. That we will, Hori. That we will. But first things first, our comrades will have questions. I may ask that you explain the situation to them. I must attend to a private matter. Yeah, if she's having them, I betcha Alphino is too. Her brother is. Oh, I promised I'd visit someone in Limsa Lominsa. He's been waiting at Maelstrom Command for a while now. You know, you should come along too. I think he'd be glad to see you. Who do we know in Limsa? Okay. Alright, let's go to Maelstrom Command. La Nocia. This is getting interesting. Let's grab our 8th right here. Let's see. We probably want to go to the upper decks. Aft Castle? Yeah. Yeah, this voice is, strange. This voice thing. Still trying to figure out what's going on. Well, apparently we got quests over here still, too. Alright. Storm Private. With Mistress Alizé, are you? She usually visits alone. Still, it'd make a welcome change for the little one. Who is this? Do we know? Is this face recognizable to anybody? Do we know who that is? I don't know if I know who that is. As you probably guessed, it's Gabu. Oh, we've come to see. The private here will bring him out to us. Gabu! Ever since the Maelstrom took him in, I've tried to visit as often as I can. And after what befell our friends, I was taken by the urge to visit again. It's difficult to explain. Oh, Gabu! I miss that little guy. I hope he's doing good.
Here he is, my lady.
Gabu, it's been too long.
Aww.
I'm afraid there's been no change. If he can see or hear us, he has given no sign.
Aww.
I see. You're still fighting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of you. We promised that we would come and visit you together, didn't we? Alphino and I. I'm sorry that we haven't managed that yet. You know, with the three of us like this, does it not remind you of that night? Of the stars beyond count twinkling in the heavens?
Aww. Yeah.
I was feeling pretty low back then. Powerless. But I knew that my brother was close by if I needed him, and that the others would be waiting for me back at the Rising Stones. Not like now.
Oh, you're not alone.
I've seen my share of trouble since coming to Eorzea. Been reminded again and again of my limitations, of how little I can change about this world. And I've come to know the sorrow of parting all too well. But to have the people I hold dear struck down before my eyes, and be powerless to help them, that I cannot bear.
You don't have to bear this burden alone. That's true.
No, I don't. You're right. It's pure arrogance to imagine I can solve everything by myself. You'd think I'd have learned that by now. Thank you. I don't know what I'd do without you. Well, that's more than enough brooding for one day. Come on. We have friends to save.
Yes, we do. Where'd Gabu go? Aww. Let's return to the Rising Stones and take it from there. Let's go. Thanks again for agreeing to come. It meant a lot to me. Alright. Let's head back to the Rising Stones. Back to Mordona. here we go. The gloom. It is gloomy out, indeed. Alright, here we go. So we have 3 Scions down for the count, 1 missing. We're not doing too good right now, are we, guys? Holy man. Things are not looking good for the Scions. I did some thinking on the way back, and I think Hori is right. We need to seek outside help. Ordinarily, we would turn to our own experts on such matters, but they're both among the stricken. I will begin by reaching out to the Myra guilds and research institutions here in Eorzea. Additionally, Grandfather and Menvilia had a wealth of connections between them, and I mean to explore those avenues too. We'll find a way to save everyone, mark my words. Much and more has happened in recent days, some of it for good, some not so. But all around me, people continue their fight. From the shinobi who search for Alphinaud to the Alliance members who make ready to move against the Empire, they march on in the face of great adversity, bearing heavy burdens. Everyone is playing their part, and so must I. You have your own part to play, I know, and it's bigger than most, so I won't keep you. Just promise that you'll visit from time to time, and I promise I'll have good tidings to share with you when you do. Okay? Let's hope she has some good tidings, right? Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace... What's going on in the palace?
The Populares no longer present an obstacle. Now is the time to bring the Empire's might to bear. A word from your Radiance is all it takes. But one word, and the Imperial army will fall upon Alamigo as a pack of bloodthirsty wolves and tear that feeble nation apart. Have you no words for me?
Yeah, what's... huh?
Despite the lengths I go to, an emissary playing the part of a fool. When first I took this face, I swore to use all of my knowledge, all of my power, to further the cause of the Empire. My deeds stand testament to my commitment. And with this adamant flesh at my disposal, I could destroy the Icon Slayer as easily as one might swat a fly. Why do you hesitate? Our enemy is resourceful. Though victory is certain now, it will not remain so indefinitely. Deliberate if you must, but be quick about it. We'll speak again when you have unburdened yourself of doubt. Until then, I take my leave, Father.
I like his armor, though.
I should be the one to sigh. I played my part to perfection. I had earned my rest, and then, thanks to La Habrea's crowning act of idiocy, our favorite emissary sees fit to summon me back.
Who is this?
Elidibus was ever a warrior. A most tiresome trait, would you not agree?
Ah, it's another Ascian.
What? Have you no words for me either? No matter. I've long grown weary of this mummery. Now, my dearest grandson, let me remind you of your place in the simplest of terms. You do not make judgments, you administer them. Swiftly and to the letter. Naught else is your concern. Elidibus may be an insufferable bore, but he is no fool. His choices as emissary seldom err. If aught threatens the balance twixt light and dark, it falls to you to remove it. Be it by your own hands or by your armies, you have ample means at your disposal. That is why this empire exists, why I built it.
Really?
Oh dear. Have I touched a nerve? You always were an easy one to read. I pity you, I do. As they say, ignorance is bliss. And I know how much happier you would be not knowing the things you know. The Founding Father was an Ascian, and he created the Empire solely for the purpose of sowing the seeds of chaos.
No.
Don't take it personally. I merely do my duty. To bring about a calamity requires no small amount of power, and there is no surer way to obtain such power than by collecting powerful pawns. To that end, I have labored long and hard, and I must say I am quite pleased with my handiwork, paltry though it seems in comparison to Alag.
That's not going to do anything.
You fiends are overfond of your own voices. Mark me, Ascian. Man is the master of his own destiny.
Such a waste of time and energy, both yours and mine. Lest you forget you are Emperor now. If you wish to spout drivel about man's destiny, save it for the masses. It will serve to give them a sense of purpose, and you pliant pieces for the game. Oh, do stop sulking, boy. You, of all people, should understand. Ours is a struggle to restore both mankind and the world to their rightful state. Viewed thus, our goals are one and the same.
This is interesting. The slow walk. Meanwhile, at Resistance encampment, somewhere in the Empire. Oh, a Resistance encampment. Oh, yeah, that's this. Alphino, what are you doing? And are you going to get stricken by the voice, too? What in the world? Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. Dead. All dead. Yet I see no wounds or any evidence of battle. Maybe? Damn them. They finally used it. Used what? The Empire developed an alchemical weapon in Gir, Albania. A gas. Black Rose, it was called. And to breathe it is to breathe your last. Ooh. And that did this? I thought the project abandoned, and its vile fruit destroyed, but naught else could have wrought such an atrocity. Fools, what do they hope to gain with this butchery? Can they not see that a rule won through terror will not endure? True. How many more provinces must they lose? Nay, wait. This is not the work of men, but monsters. The Scions. It cannot be a coincidence that their trail led us here. Their objective was never to rule, but to sow strife and discord. Such a crime does indeed bear the mark of the bringers of chaos. Black Rose cannot be allowed to kill again. We must find the Scions and put an end to their plot. Oh man, that's terrible. A History of Violet. All right, let's see what Alisaie has to say here. Oh. Alisaie is at her wit's end. I agree. The poor girl. Right?
I'm glad you've come, though I'm afraid there's little in the way of good news. After you left, we reached out to both the Alchemists Guild and Stillglade Fane and attempted all manner of treatments.
Okay.
But the results were always the same. Whatever the answer is, it's not alchemy or conjury.
Okay.
Why did it have to be Y'shtola and Urianger and not me? Out of all of us, they are the ones who could feasibly have solved this puzzle. And Alphino's still missing. God, it's all going wrong. Where do we even start?
A grave situation indeed. Might I be of some assistance?
Is that Kryl? Yeah, it's Kryl.
Kryle! I did not think you well enough to travel.
When word reached me of the plight of our friends, I could not well stay away. As a fellow Scion, not to mention your erstwhile mentor, this is one of those times you should feel free to call on me, regardless of my personal circumstances.
Aww.
Yes, I should have thought of that. Thank you for coming, Kryle. We would welcome your insight.
And I should be happy to provide it. Now, what's this I hear about Alphino heading into Imperial territory? That boy always did have some funny ideas. Do you remember the speech he gave when he was accepted to the Studium?
No, but let's hear it.
My life's goal is naught less than the salvation of this star.
That particular grand pronouncement has been a source of great embarrassment to him, as you know. But the fact of the matter is, he meant every word and has lived his life accordingly.
Yes, he remains altruistic to a fault, but I'm worried he was too fixated on his goals to see the dangers, as has happened before.
You needn't be so concerned. Though his values remain the same, Alphino is not the blinkered boy he once was. Slowly but surely his eyes have been opened, thanks to a certain someone.
Aw, well, you're welcome.
A certain someone whom he'd be mortified to learn had heard about his little speech. Mum's the word, eh?
Maybe.
Right, I'd better have a look at our patients. They're in the infirmary, I assume. I'll need absolute quiet, so it would be best if I did this alone. If you'll excuse me.
Let's do this. Yes. Anything good?
All three are in fine physical health. At a glance, I would say they were merely sound asleep.
Okay.
Except for the fact that I couldn't sense the slightest trace of them in their bodies. It's as if their souls have taken leave of their physical forms.
That's interesting.
Ah, yes. The Elder Seedseer made a similar observation.
Mm-hmm.
I've read the report. When you heard this mysterious voice, you described feeling as if you were somewhere else, yes?
Yes.
If we assume the ether which comprises your essence is being drawn to some other place, then it may be possible to follow the trail it leaves behind, just as we did in our search for Thancred.
Oh.
I wasn't around for that, but I can't imagine it was easy.
Oh, it wasn't. But that's no reason not to try. I will have need of Master Matoya's crystal eye if I'm even to make the attempt. So I suggest we pay her a visit.
Yay! Let's go talk to Master Matoya. I like it. We are soul searching. That'll be funny. Alright. Matoya's cave. We know we're going that way, so that means we need to go to Idleshire here. Come on. There we go. Yes, take me there. Please. Don't know what that map was doing. I'm excited to see Matoya. Oh my gosh, it's been a while, hasn't it? Oh, speaking of quests, got a ton of them here too. I've been really bad about this. We're gonna get better. We're gonna get better. We'll clean up all this stuff eventually, right? Well, nix. Ugh. It's just a lot. I think Matoya's cave is on this side, if I remember right. We still have not done the Alexander fights or that Fist of the Father quest either. So one of these days we'll have to do that. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also really, really nervous. I have not done any of the other 8-man raids, really. And so, or at least with a group. How about that? And I'm actually kind of nervous about attempting it. I don't know. People say that I can, or I've read, I should say, that I can go ahead and queue up for it through the or not the party finder, but through the duty finder, and that it should be no problem. But I don't know. I'm nervous about it. I have never done the party I've never used the party finder either, guys. Isn't that crazy? That's something we gotta get over. Eventually we will get over that. I would love to get into raiding and all of that stuff. It looks like so much fun. I think it would be such a blast to try. I used to raid a lot in Guild Wars 2. And yeah, I don't know. I'm looking for I am really looking forward to raiding in this game. But we have to get through the story first before we do some of that stuff. And yeah, Kyle. Please do keep Alphino's little speech to yourself. He can be awfully sensitive at times. I'd heard Master Matoya was something of a recluse, but this seems extreme. Still, I'll happily overlook her eccentricities if she agrees to help us. It'll be fine. I like Matoya. I want the broom. Hey.
Come to disturb my peace again, have you? I hide myself away in a cave, and still you people insist on pestering me with your problems.
Always. Aww.
Oh, I mistook you for young what's-his-name, but I see now you're the sister. Weren't you supposed to be the lively one? I've seen happier faces at a rain-sodden burial.
Well, I'm sorry to dash your expectations, but the situation isn't exactly conducive to gaiety.
Feisty as ever.
Ha! That's more like it. Stoller used to spit and hiss like a wildcat too. Better for a young thing like you to be filled with fire and leave the doom and gloom to your elders. Now, what exactly does this tragic situation of yours have to do with me?
If I may, Master Matoya, we have need of your crystal eye once more.
You wouldn't believe it.
And Stoller is one of the afflicted, is she?
Mm-hmm.
Very well. She may be an ungrateful stray, but she's my ungrateful stray, and I'll not see her buried before I am.
Aww.
Right. Let us see what we can see.
Here we go.
I'll begin from where our friends first fell, and cast my senses out from there.
What is it? Did you find them?
It's gonna take longer than that.
This doesn't make sense.
How is it even possible? How is what possible? Kryl, what did you see?
The threads, they just ended. And no, I didn't lose track of them. I followed them as far as they went. It's as if they were cut off.
Could the ether have dissipated if it had? Oh gods! Their bodies are just husks. It's like the Broodmother's daughter all over again.
No, this is different. The Kalyana girl was already dead, body and soul, when Lakshmi effected her resurrection.
Aye, let's not jump to conclusions. If their physical forms yet breathe and show no signs of wasting, then it follows that their souls must still be intact somewhere.
The question is where?
But where?
Oh, there you go.
That's the question, isn't it, girl? Death has not taken them to the ethereal sea, yet there are no tracks left for us to follow.
We're no closer to an answer than when we started. But knowing their souls are still out there is progress of a sort. We just have to keep looking.
Exactly. Now you're thinking.
Pray, excuse me a moment. Yes? I remember, but... What, to Alamigo? We're on our way.
Okay, I guess we're off.
That was Lee's. Apparently, a group of Populares have defected to Alamigo, and Maxima, the envoy Alphino left with, is one of them.
Oh?
I'm sorry. I realize we've barely begun here, but...
Go, child, go! You've made up your mind, and life's too short for dithering.
She seems way too happy.
I'll do some digging in the meantime and see if there isn't some other method we could use to continue the search.
Let's be off then.
Oh, not again. The enchantment barely seems to take these days. I chalk it up to old age, but I rather doubt it's that simple.
Ominous.
Before they took ill, Y'shtola and Urianger were sharing notes on a thinning of the ether. It seems to be happening all over.
Does it now? And here I was, all set to blame my woes on that creaking mountain of refuse clogging up the Thaliac.
Huh?
I fear something has gone awry. Still, there's naught to be gained from starting in shadows. You can only do what can be done, and that but one thing at a time.
Interesting. Kryl? I'm sorry I couldn't do more. I've never seen a soul's thread end so abruptly before. So, that was the woman who tamed Y'shtola. I had the distinct feeling of being grabbed by the scruff of the neck and having the nonsense shaken out of me. When Alphino is back, I'd like to visit again and ask her what tales she has of grandfather. Oh, you'll hear some interesting ones. How about that? Yep. The news from Alamigo has left Alize in a state of nervous excitement. What's going on? Oh yeah, her brother. I almost can't bear to hear what Maxima has to tell us. But it can't be bad news, can it? Lise would have said, unless... there's no point speculating. Lise said she'd notified the guards of our coming, so we should head straight to the palace gate in the Alamigan quarter. Let's do it. I'll be praying for good news. Learn what you can about Alphino's plight and leave the search for our friends' lost souls to me. You got it, Kryle. Off then. To the Alamegan Quarter. We are traveling all over the place, aren't we? We are all over today. A lot of porting. Oh man. Alright. I always hate running around in here. Let's take the ole. Can we just fly there? Oh, this way. Yeah, this place is like a maze. Seriously, a maze. This might have been the worst idea yet. Oh, no. A little bit better, a little bit better. I thought we were going to get lost. Alize? Alphino will be alright. He has to be. Greetings, Scions. The commander told me to expect you. I'll show you in. Let's do it.
I'm sorry to drag you halfway across the realm, but when Maxima mentioned Alphino, I thought you'd want to hear the news in person.
Uh-oh. What did he do?
Ah, we meet again. Though I was hoping our reunion would be under more auspicious circumstances.
Oh?
What happened to my brother? Where is Alphino?
Mm-hmm.
Never fear, my lady. Your brother was in fine health when I took my leave of him, and I have no reason to assume that has changed.
You assume?
If you will allow me, I shall endeavor to explain events. Our troubles began not long after we departed Doma. While crossing the burn, we were fired upon by the Emperor's personal guard and forced to make an emergency landing. As we stumbled from the wreckage, our attackers fell upon us again, and we would have perished there and then were it not for the intercession of a third party, a band of mercenaries whose leader claimed to pursue a vendetta against the Scions.
Okay.
This shadow hunter, as he styled himself, then escorted us out of the wastes to relative safety. Upon arriving back in civilization, I gathered my Populares colleagues and prepared to flee the Empire. Master Alphino, however, declined the invitation to join us, preferring to continue his investigation into the Scion threat.
Well, at least he's not lying in a heap in the burn. Tell us more about these Scion hunters. Who are they? And is Alphino still with them?
Yeah, that's a good question.
He is. As to who they are, I'm afraid I have nothing to tell you. Beyond the fact that they root out and destroy Scions, they were unwilling to divulge anything which might serve to identify them. They would not even reveal their next destination. But Master Alphino asked to accompany them all the same.
Okay.
Since parting company with your brother, we've been engaged in a game of cat and mouse with the Emperor's Guard. We made our way through province after province, finding the army busy restoring order wherever we went, until we finally arrived here in Alamigo. I cannot thank Commander Aldin enough for giving us such an unexpectedly warm welcome.
I'm not inclined to turn away refugees, no matter which land they call home. And if they can tell me how things lie in Garlemald, all the better.
Mm-hmm.
On that subject, there is much I would tell you. During the course of our journey, we heard tales that an entire rebel army had been slaughtered in the space of a single night.
Mm-hmm.
It would seem my former comrades grew tired of putting down uprisings in the conventional manner, and chose instead to bring a formidable new weapon to bear. Details were sparse, but the rumor alone was enough to dampen the flames of rebellion. I have also heard reports that several companies have withdrawn from their designated provinces and begun marching westward. It is my assessment that the Empire's forces are mobilizing for a large-scale military engagement.
Well, that's not good.
Westward? You mean they're getting ready to invade Alamigo?
Again?
We knew this was coming, but not that it would be so soon.
We've barely even begun to shore up our defenses. They won't stop an invading army.
No, they won't. Dispatch messengers to the Alliance leadership requesting reinforcements, and send word to our officers in the field to hasten completion of those border fortifications. Prepare to meet the Imperials head-on!
There's a general.
No matter how quickly we act, we still want for time. When the enemy comes into view, our best recourse will be to open negotiations with their commander, and see that the ensuing proceedings take as long as possible.
Yep.
Would you and Alize head to Doma and let Lord Hien know about this? I'm sure he'll want to hear about Alphino too.
Sure, why not?
Consider it done. We'll send word when...
Uh-oh. Here we go again.
Untold sorrow must be changed. Ahead looms a calamity. Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates.
How? What gates?
You heard it too. Well, at least we're both still standing.
Oh, thank the gods. I thought we'd lost you for a moment there. Why does this keep happening?
I wish I knew. Nothing we've tried has brought us any closer to an answer. We'll keep working on it. But first, we need to go and see Lord Hien.
What we need to do is yell how, right? So Alphino is safe, for the present at least. Now, all we need to worry about is a full-scale Imperial invasion, right? I'm actually glad Lise tasked us with visiting Lord Hien. Better to be dashing from place to place than sitting around stewing over things we can't change. To the Enclave. Oh. To Lord Hien. And let's go to the Enclave. I don't know why it just doesn't give me that as a location. It's kind of weird, right? That's okay. We got another method. There's a little bit of progress. A little bit. Alright, let's talk to the guardsman. Let's see what he has to say. I see you have tidings for Lord Hien. May I show you in? Yes, please. Let's talk to him. We got a lot to discuss, dude. Oh, hey, we got a whole crew here. Nice. Serena. After their humbling at your hands, Magnai and his Orinir have spent every waking moment upon the training fields. Defeat does not sit well with the son and his children. Tansui? The Imperials have enjoyed the freedom of the Ruby Sea long enough. 'Tis time they paid their dues. And the Kojin? We of the Blue Kojin will not submit to the Empire's tyranny, if only our red brethren would awaken to their folly. We got some emissaries here. The Nanjian. I am come to represent the lands of Naxia. Long have we struggled in defiance of the Empire, waiting for such an opportunity as this alliance presents. And Dalmasca. The fall of Rabanastra was not the end of our nation. We who survived retreat underground and have been gathering strength to mount a counteroffensive. Dalmasca will rise again. Alright. Hakuro? Our buddy? Alone, Doma could accomplish little against the Empire, but in concert with the allies who have gathered here today, we might do much. Keikami, you arrived in time to witness the beginnings of our new alliance. Our proposal struck a chord with many of our neighbors, I'm pleased to say. I'm glad to hear that. Greetings, my friends. I was just discussing future endeavors with the members of our newly formed alliance. You got quite a crew. The Kojin and the Confederacy you already know, and it was your own strength of arms that won us the cooperation of the steppe tribes. We have also been joined by our neighbors from Nangji, and the indomitable citizens of Damaska, though the shattered nature of the latter's resistance will somewhat delay their official induction. These proud peoples have united under a single purpose, to stand against the tyranny of the Garlean Empire. I'm glad to see your alliance is coming together so swiftly. As things stand, I fear we shall soon have need of your strength. You wouldn't believe it. I thank you for bringing me news of Alphino. His fate is never far from my thoughts, and not only because he is our emissary. As for this sudden deployment of Imperial forces, I agree that Alamigo would be wise to shore up its borders with all haste. Every report we receive from our shinobi indicates a massing of troops in the western provinces. It seems all but certain that the Empire is poised to bring its fist down upon Eorzea. And I would help deflect that blow, but I cannot risk sending reinforcements just yet. We will remain vulnerable to airborne assault until our wall in the burn is in place. The all-important Allegan energy barrier. Yeah. The energy barrier, yes. I thought to call it something more auspicious. A name drawn from the four lords of legend, perhaps. Seru's Aegis, or some such. Well, just a thought. The Ironworks engineers report that they have finished calibrating the generators and are ready to proceed with the testing stage. Have you time to attend the first test? You've seen the field which protected Az's Law firsthand, and I would be interested to hear how you think ours compares. Sure? I will come too if you don't mind. Though I am no Y'shtola, I may be able to offer some insight. Of course, time being of the essence, it would be best if we made directly for the burn. Yugiri, I leave you and Hakuro to bring the War Council to a close. Understood. Your mounts are saddled and ready, my lord. Where are the storms? Okay. And off we go. As expected, Suino Sato failed to answer the call. Not that I blame the Ruby Princess. Enlightened as she is reputed to be, it could be no easy task persuading her people to relinquish their long-held isolation. If we can but block the Garleans' airships, the speed with which they deploy their forces will be greatly diminished. You obviously have some idea of what to expect, having seen the barrier at Az's Law, but having not had the pleasure myself, I'm exceedingly curious to see a wall capable of keeping out one of those massive Imperial airships. He's eager to see the barrier in action. Alright, Hien, let's do it. We will cross the burn by Yol and Falcon, as before. Join me at the overlook near the House of the Fierce. Let's do it. I'm curious to see if the burn has changed, right? Because we did open that floodgate. And I'm wondering if there's more life, right? Or more signs of life. House of the Fierce. Let us be off. Off we go. There we go. Aha! No, we're not going there. Oh, we're going here. Alright guys, you ready? Let us pray there are no sandstorms brewing out there. Right? I feel you there. Give the word when you're ready to take wing. Let's do it. Let us be off. Oops, didn't mean to bump that.
It seems the engineers have matters well in hand. Should the barrier work as we intend, Doma will be free to reinforce her allies in Alamigo without fear of weakening her own borders. Honored friends, the time has come to put your hard work to the test. Start the generator.
Well, the burn hasn't really changed much. We know that much. Oh. Hello.
Node 1 is operational. Nodes 2 to 8 are reporting similar energy levels. The barrier is forming.
Woohoo!
1,000 yards. 2,000. 3,000. Expansion remains smooth. No fluctuations detected.
I like it.
$4,000. 5,000. Target altitude reached. The barrier is holding steady at 5,000 yards. We've done it.
All right. Oh, here's our first one.
Is that an Imperial airship? Of all the rotten timing.
Well, let's test the barrier.
But this is a gift, Mistress Alize. They can test our new wall for us.
Heh. Zap.
Seems solid enough, though I was hoping for a fireball.
I agree. Who is it? Uh-oh.
By the gods. It's Alphino.
Uh-oh. Wall.
What are you? Let me go! He has my brother!
Lower the barrier!
Careful. Mm-hmm.
Be at ease, girl. The lad is not dead, merely locked in slumber.
Just like the others.
No, not him too.
Mm-hmm.
We could identify no cause and found no remedy. Thus I sought to return him to Doma, and into the arms of Lord Hien himself, it would seem. It is a day for fated reunions. Would you not agree, adventurer? Or should I address you as the Warrior of Light?
Yep. Gaius von Balsar? No! The Black Wolf. Oh my gosh, is it? Is that Gaius? We'll go with the Black Wolf.
Aye. Gaius van Balsar, the Black Wolf. That was the title I was given. One I have long since relinquished.
No.
Stand down. The legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion died in Castrum Meridianum. I am no more than Gaius Balsar, a man without rank or allegiance.
Impossible! There's no way you could have survived!
Do you remember how it unfolded? How I was deceived by La Habrea? How I was convinced that reviving the Ultima weapon would allow me to bring peace to Eorzea?
Mm-hmm.
The Ascian used me, as he used so many others, all to further the restoration of his wretched god. Yet even with the might of Alec at my command, you bested me. And as the Praetorium went up in flames, I was content to burn along with it. For a moment, at least. A moment of folly. To surrender my life thus would have been to betray all who died for my cause. It was for them that I dragged myself free of the rubble, and swore vengeance on the Ascians.
Okay.
The Black Wolf has shed his pelt, never to return to Garlemald or her legions. I live now only to exact revenge. My principal quarry was to be La Habrea, whom I gather you have since ushered onto oblivion.
Mm-hmm. Sucker.
But so many more remain. Long as their kind lurked in the shadows, laboring to sow chaos throughout our world, I would see each and every one dragged into the light and put to the sword. Are the Scions not of like mind?
In this single respect, perhaps.
Then I shall continue the partnership the boy began, and share what intelligence I have acquired.
Okay.
Among the Ascians, the Black-Masked Ilk are subordinate to those who wear red. This you already know. Yet among the Red there exists a hierarchy. Those set adrift with the shards clearly stand below those still joined to the source. Nabriales, who once dared to intrude upon the Rising Stones, belonged to the former group, and while he was indeed a dangerous foe, his powers were inconsequential next to the paragons of the Source. The first was La Habrea, who plagues us no more. There is also the white-robed Elidibus, and the elusive Emmet Selk, about whom little is known.
We have files on La Habrea and Elidibus, but I believe this Emmet Selk is new to us?
That's true.
As I assume my brother told you, we have evidence to suggest that an Ascian now walks in the body of the Crown Prince. Have you identified this interloper?
Elidibus seems the most likely culprit. As emissary, it is his role to maintain the equilibrium between darkness and light. Your many deeds in Hydaelyn's name have upset the balance, and I believe he seeks to restore it by throwing his considerable power behind the Empire, As a leader of the Scions, he is one of our primary targets.
Okay.
It was on the trail of this very prey that the boy and I came across the scene of a failed uprising. In the absence of a single Garlean casualty, we inspected the bodies of the rebels, and the lack of any external injury drew my immediate attention. They had been slain by Black Rose, an alchemical invention of the Imperial Army. When I yet served as legatus, I ordered its production halted, and all stockpiles destroyed. Toxic gas is not a tool of conquest, but of extermination.
Toxic gas? This must be the new weapon Maxima warned us about. Something deadly enough to sweep away all resistance in a matter of hours.
Mm-hmm.
Gods. You don't think they're planning to use this in Alamigo, do you?
Probably.
Put your fears to rest. We infiltrated the production facility and destroyed all existing stores of the chemical along with the plant itself. Even should they rebuild the operation, they will not soon manufacture another batch.
Okay.
Regardless, I would draw your attention to a directive we discovered in the plant's records. The document was marked with a recent date and authorized with the signature of one Zeno Galvas.
A dead man signing the death warrant for thousands. 'Tis bad comedy.
Agreed. Oh my gosh.
But the tale does not end there. Within that same facility was a chamber filled with devices of elegant design. Cloning technology, we realized. And what should we find in each and every incubator? But a young Emperor Solus.
What? Ooh.
All of which prompts the question, were the Scions responsible for these abominations, or was it the will of the Emperor?
Huh.
I must know which hand guides the Empire. Though I have given up my rank, I am yet a son of Garlemald, and I will fight for the future of my homeland.
I can understand that.
It is time I return to the hunting of shadows. We should focus on our common foe. To reopen old quarrels now would serve no purpose.
Oh, man.
You saved my brother's life, so I'm willing to let sleeping dogs lie. But in truth, it's not my decision to make.
Oh, great. It's going to be ours. Oh, man. We'll settle this another time. Yeah, we'll settle it another time.
There was a time when I scorned those who placed their faith in false gods, even as I, in my blinkered conviction, place mine in Ascian promises. Unlike yours, my strength of will and my restraint was found wanting. We shall meet again, warrior of light.
Okay. Holy crap, guys. Like, holy crap.
So that was the infamous Black Wolf. An unexpected ally, to say the least.
I don't know if I call him an ally just yet.
Well, I am content to leave the fine-tuning of the barrier to cleverer minds. Let us bid our friends from the Ironworks farewell, and see what can be done for Alphino back in Dorma.
I'm surprised he still lives. That's crazy, guys. Absolutely crazy. Who would have thought? Gary? What uncanny timing that Master Alphino should be returned to us just as we were testing the barrier. I only hope a cure can be found for his malady. Otherwise, the War Council has ended in unanimous agreement to forestall the Empire's expansion plans in this region. Our allies are willing to send troops to fight in Eorzea. Nice. Even should our alliance send a contingent to Eorzea, I will stay here in Doma with the remainder of our forces. As much as I enjoy taking Imperial heads at your side, we cannot leave our borders undefended. I guess it's just us, okay. Ian. Holy crap, Ian. Alphino is safely ensconced in a private chamber. My finest healer is examining him as we speak. Any luck? Probably the same thing. I've spoken with the physician, and there are no outward signs of illness. Alphino is lost in a sleep from which he cannot be awoken, just like the others. It seems that even the lands of the Empire were not far enough away to escape that cursed voice. I share your frustration, Alize. I do, but Alphino is returned to us alive and otherwise unharmed. All that remains is to find the means to wake him. Until then, you can but fulfill your duties as a scion, yours and your brother's both. You're right, of course. There are arrangements to be made, and little time to make them. To business then, my lord. Now that we know what Seiru's wall works as intended, can we expect reinforcements for Alamigo? You most certainly can. As promised, we will send troops to bolster our allies in Eorzea without delay. Sweet. Pray be aware, however, that they will not arrive without delay. Save for some few boast teleportation magics, the bulk of our force must be transported by sea, a lengthy voyage for which the smaller vessels favored by the Confederacy are ill-equipped. Accordingly, I mean to enlist the assistance of the East Alden Trading Company in finding suitable ships. As for navigating the distances in question, we are in the happy position of being able to call upon those who plotted the course of my people's exodus to Eorzea. Oh? Beyond the procurement of ships, I think it unlikely that our East Aldenard friends will consent to any involvement in military operations, but I am certain they will afford Alphino a berth aboard one of their vessels. I shall have a Chernungan accompany him every ilm of the way to the Rising Stones. You have my thanks, Lord Hien. All right. So he's going to get medical attention. Yugiri, I will go ahead with our friends to Alamigo, enlist all those capable of teleportation, and put them at the disposal of the Eorzean Alliance as soon as possible. They will form the vanguard. Yes, my lord. This is exactly what we'd hoped for. Lys and the Alliance leaders will be glad indeed to welcome the combined strength of the East. Agreed. Meanwhile, at Black Rose Chemical Plant, oh, I hope they don't have more.
Our supplies at Black Rose have been ruined, but the new plant is already under construction. We should have the first batch ready in time for the offensive, Your Radiance.
Ah, crap.
See that you do.
Ah, yes, the infamous Black Rose. If I recall correctly, Gaius did not much care for the invention. A ruthless and indiscriminate weapon indeed, this airborne poison. It seems you are capable of making decisions worthy of your bloodline.
Great.
With no gift for sorcery, we Garleans must look to Magitech to even the odds. If it spares the needless deaths of our soldiers and serves the cause of this empire, there is no method I would not employ.
How very noble of you. Truly, though, I must commend you for embracing your role as Emperor. You play the part of the determined ruler well. Sometimes even I catch myself believing.
Oh yeah, they really like each other.
A silent agent of death. Now that I think on it, Black Rose may well possess the perfect aspect. Slowly but surely, the deluge of light has worked upon the ether here in the source, and the gas should be most susceptible to its influence. Well, I shall leave you to your own devices. Go forth and bloody the land with your grand and glorious war.
Great.
While you do what, precisely?
Need you ask? I will be doing what all Ascians do.
Cause chaos.
I am well aware that your kind exists only to usher in the next calamity. But you seem oblivious to the harm your singular agenda causes to the Empire. You cannot have forgotten the events which followed your mortal demise. Our homeland was plunged into civil war for your failure to name a successor. The edifice you so carefully constructed was but a hair's breadth from collapse.
Are you truly so naive? You thought me oblivious to the consequences of a departure so painstakingly timed?
It was by design?
Well, of course it was. Though I will admit the resulting panic exceeded even my wildest expectations. But how can you be surprised? Throwing the world into disarray was the very purpose for which this nation was, as you say, so carefully constructed. Now, if you have no further questions, I must be on my way.
Oh my gosh.
Since we may not meet again in this lifetime, it would be remiss of me not to offer a word or two of gratitude. I really must thank you for this surplus of vessels. I can mold any host into my own image, but having bodies tailor-made for me in this fashion is so much less tiresome. You dabbled in Allagan cloning techniques, yes? It certainly is a compelling, not to mention entertaining, field of research. And of all the options available, you chose the Founding Father on whom to experiment. You have a twisted streak to you, Varus. Like grandsire, like grandson, hey?
Oh, man.
If events play out as planned, this will become something of a family enterprise. You will be the capstone of this world, I the anchor and shard, and together we will give the lie to this star's fraudulent existence.
Is he gonna shoot him again? Nope. Darn. I thought he was gonna get him again. Ciru's wall. Oh my gosh. Well. Goodness me. I think we're gonna call it an episode here. This looks like a good place to stop anyways. Our next mission will, or I should say in our next episode, we will be heading probably back to Alamigo to stop this, to bring the troops over, figure out what's going on with Alphino, and to hopefully stop this Garlean invasion. So anyways, if you enjoyed this episode, please, like I said, give this a video a like and a thumbs up if you will. I would greatly appreciate it. And I hope everyone here has a really great rest of their day. I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more content as it greatly helps out my channel. Hope to see you soon.